Still the illest, Griselda sound is all because of you, you know that. No, I didn't want to say it.
Yo, what's up? So as y'all see, Conway has dropped another project that's not his debut. But it's not bad. I took away 6 songs from this joint. I took away 630 Tip Off, Clarity, Blood Roses, which is the first joint he released, 200 Pies featuring 2 Chainz, Had to Hustle, SE Gang, you know what I mean? And not to say that every other track wasn't good, because they were, but it just those are 6 that stood out to me. To me, the best track on here, SE Gang. My favorite on here is 630 Tip Off. That's just crazy. And I appreciate the 200 Pies featuring 2 Chainz, even though I feel like Plug Talk featuring 2 Chainz, Benny the Butcher, is still the better song. And yeah, it wasn't really bad. I mean, he talked about a lot of things. He talked about his shady deal. He still see residuals from that. I like the bar where he said they call West this and Benny that, but don't forget I'm the silliest with the bars. I think that was crazy. I was like, oh shit, okay. The Sprite bar he had about his little young bitch, that was funny. I was like, this nigga is crazy, bro. That was crazy. I also like Benny Jose Canseco bar. Mm. I was like, God damn. To me, that song reminded me of Brooklyn Finest with Jay-Z and Biggie. The back and forth. Now I know that they family, whatever the case may be, but that's just what I felt when I heard the record. I was like, oh shit, these niggas seem like they going at it. You know what I mean? And that kind of surprised me to see that. That's the one beat Derringer had on here, and to see all 3 of them on there. I wasn't expecting Westside to have a verse. I thought he was gonna do his ad libs and talk, but he actually had a verse. I kind of don't respect it because it's just like the way he just said, shoot him up if he with his kids, or he, whatever the case may be, shoot him up. And I'm like, damn, I thought gangsters don't really shoot. You know what I'm saying? It's supposed to be a code when niggas with their kids or whatever the case may be, no women and children. And I was just like, all right, maybe I'm overthinking it, but I just looked at that line like, for me, I didn't fuck with the verse because of that. But overall, he started off strong with Bruiser Brody. I see a lot of people saying that wrong. It's like wrestling. If I'm correct, that is a wrestler. You know what I mean? Don't get me fucked up with that. Sister Abigail, shout out to Love the Genius. That verse, it made me a fan. And I gotta shout out Conway for actually pitting her on, because I don't know who she is, where she came from, but just based off that verse, I'm definitely going back and check out some of her music, because that was crazy. I'm listening to this shit like, is that a female? I had to make sure. You know what I mean? I go do my little research, like, oh shit. And I'm sorry, if that's his artist, she is 1,000 times better than Armani Caesar. No disrespect to Westside, but I'm sorry, bro. I ain't really feeling Armani Caesar like that. She cool, but it's like this type of rapping and lyrical shit right here. Love the Genius is fire though. You know what I mean? But this album was straight. It ain't really too much, that's different. It's still the norm. You know what I mean? Definitely shout out the different producers that he worked with. I thought that was a little different. You know what I mean? Bangladesh, Cardiac, Don Cannon, Alchemist, of course, Murder Beats. You know what I mean? And of course, Derringer. But I was just like, damn, that's a lot of different notable producers, and I ain't seen a fucking Cardiac or Bangladesh in a minute. So I was shocked at that. Like, oh shit, okay. You know what I mean? The features, I'm gonna guess Jay Skeez is his artist, and so is Love the Genius. Don't quote me on that, but I'm just guessing it is. You know what I mean? The other record, Scatterbrain, I listened to Ludaverse. A lot of his bars were just dated. You know what I mean? He had a couple Rick James bars in there, and I was just like, I wasn't feeling it. You know what I mean? I'm gonna keep it real. Jid had the best verse on there. That the production, it worked for him. It didn't really work for Luda and didn't work for Conway. And I know a lot of people probably gonna dick ride and say, oh, you don't know hip hop. I'm just saying, Jid had the best goddamn verse, and I feel like it was great marketing to actually put that out with Jid verse to get people hyped to it, because he definitely has the most standout verse on the, on the song. In my opinion, the production just wasn't that. That's just my opinion. You know what I mean? 200 Pies, I definitely love that production right there. That was crazy. Clarity is definitely dope. It's like it's the beats that he chose, and it's just like, holy shit, this is dope. You know what I mean? And he made them work for himself. You know what I mean? He didn't get in there and try some other shit. Of course, the notable KD track where he actually used Kodak Flow, I wasn't feeling it, bro. And it immediately stood out the minute I heard it. I was just like, oh, Kodak Flow. I think I tweeted it or something like that. But I was just like, I wasn't really feeling it. I'm gonna keep it a buck. You know what I'm saying? Grace was another good one. And yeah, he just did his thing. It's not bad. It's just still like I'm trying to figure out what it is that people I get I guess, get miscrewed with him. Because to me, Benny is the best out of all three of them. When it comes to the bars, the way he flow on certain production, he nice on anything. I'm not saying Conway not, he's not, but it's just like it goes to show me that more of the darker production, he's the best on. Like he is not nobody fucking with him when he gets that dark type production. You know what I mean? The Alchemists, the Derringers. You know what I mean? I think he's just dope. I think this nigga even be nice on some Nicholas Craven shit. You know what I mean? I think that's what he just stand out for. His storytelling, his hood tales is great. But when he tried more of the mainstream type sound, he still can do what he do and rap and tell his story, but it just don't sound right. It don't come across as fly. It don't come across as original. You know what I mean? That's just me. It's not hating, just what I prefer. It's like when I discovered them, that's the music that they made, so I'm more catered to that. I'm open ears or open minded to new things, but some of the times when I seen these niggas do that type of shit where they kind of try the commercial shit, it don't really work for either one of them. Him, Conway, Benny, or Westside. You know what I'm saying? Benny kind of did it in a way where it was like, okay, I get it. It's 50-50. You know what I'm saying? And we know the project that we talking about. You dig? But from God to a King, I think that was the perfect mode, the perfect fit for him. But a lot of people still didn't like that. I fucking appreciate that shit. And I still think the record with Days Love is one of the hardest songs on there. You know what I mean? That's just me. Not the only hardest song on there, but one of them where it was just like, I like what she added to the record. You know what I mean? But overall, this project is good. You know what I'm saying? Out of 10, I done heard this shit 5 times. I took away 6 records from it. So, I mean, that's like liking half the project. It's a strong 7. I'll give it a strong 7 because it definitely have a lot of replay value, especially for the songs that people appreciate and cater to, or not cater to, but you get what I'm saying. It's something for everybody, basically. No matter what type of Conway you like, I feel like it's something there for everybody. And you definitely gonna break down the bars because he got some funny shit in there. He got some witty shit in there, and it's just like shit you may not catch on the first listen. You're gonna catch it at least by the third listen. You feel me? Because that Jose Canseco bar, I didn't catch till 10 minutes before I decided to talk about this project. I was just like, oh my god, line the bass is crazy. I had just caught that. You feel what I'm saying? But it is what it is. So Conway, LaMaquina, I think that's how you say it. I think a lot of people pronounced it wrong. I'm gonna go say it's LaMaquina. You dig? But it's dope. I fuck with it. You know what I mean? SC Gang is gonna always be on repeat. 6:30 tip off is always on repeat. Clarity is another one. It's just certain joints. And Sister Abigail, I can't forget about that. These niggas really love wrestling. But other than that, what y'all thought about this shit? I think that was dope. I enjoyed this better than that fucking Slime Language 2 shit. And I don't think I'm talking about that shit because, yeah, I'm just leave it at that. You dig? But other than that, I fuck with it. It's good. You know what I mean? Definitely made my playlist. So y'all let me know what y'all favorite joints is. Hopefully y'all enjoying the weekend. And yeah, man, stay safe, stay blessed, stay out the way of suckers and haters. 1.